are here again for another fun week here at artbeads.com/live. I'm so glad to see everybody. I've been waiting for this morning. I have a fun show planned for you. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great weekend. Hello, Eric. Happy Monday. I see some hearts popping up there. Thank you, guys. I see we've got a few people in the show popping in. I'm Deb Floros. This is my weekly show, Designing with Deb, here at artbeads.com/live. I'm so grateful to join you every week at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. And I love to be here to help get the week started right. Hello, Dee Peterson. And Michelle is here. Good morning, Michelle. So good to see you. So I like to start my week with a bang. Just come out and look at beads, shop for beads, and that's what I'm hoping all of you will be doing today as well. Santa Barbara girl, hello. I'm so glad to see you here today. I hope you guys did something fun and did some creating this weekend. And I hope you've got plans to do some creating this week. It's a cooler morning. I always want to give you guys the update on the weather in Arizona. It's a little cooler. We're having a little bit of a cooling trend. So, it's not quite sweater weather, but we're cooling down a bit, and that makes me happy. So, you guys. So, let's get to the logistical things. Oh, Michelle says it was nice and rainy. Lovely. Oh, Santa Barbara girl, thanks. And these earrings we actually made in a show quite a while back now with one of the designer blends and some filigree butterflies. These are some of my favorite earrings. So, yeah. So, let's see, where was I? Let's go through some logistical things. So today is September 16th. So if you're watching live or watching on September 16th, you can still take advantage of the sale that's going on. It's a flash sale, and it's up to 40% off of some items. And I checked out that sale. I always do. And there are tons of great finds. I mean, from tools to beads to findings. So you're going to find something you like for sure. Tina says, good morning. Hi, Tina. Good to see you here. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. So everything in the sale you'll fall in love with. So don't miss out on the sale. And if you're watching at artbeads.com/live, during the live, that's the best place to watch the show. So we can interact with you. You can talk with me and Eric and Michelle. We always enjoy chatting with you guys throughout the course of the show. So you can ask questions and just share a little bit of cheer and kindness to each other. Kindness is free. And you can also show the love by clicking on the hearts. And guys, you can shop the show. So if you see that little shopping bag on your screen, you can pop over and see everything that's in the show today. I've got some things in the show that I'm going to show you, and then some other things that I've added in because I thought you might want to see some other examples of what I'm showing. And let's see, you'll also see shoppable links throughout the course of the show, so you can get more information about the product, but you can do all of that while the show is going on. So don't hesitate to shop while you watch. You can most certainly do that. If you're watching at Facebook during the live, you'll get some codes on top of the screen. You can pop that into the comments. That will help you get over to artbeads.com and enjoy some shopping yourself. And if you're watching on any of the platforms outside of the live, we appreciate the watches. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate you being here and the support to artbeads.com. Hi, Denise. Good morning. Good morning. So with all of that out of the way, just a couple of words before I flip my camera down. This show was a suggestion of a watcher, and I wish I could remember who it was. I don't have access to the comments after the live on this show, so I don't know who made the comment, but I remembered that someone suggested a show about bead types and that kind of thing. And so I thought, for my personal shopper show this month, I thought we could actually make it kind of fun and educational and talk about the different bead shapes and types. And I'm going to totally nerd out on you because I do love beads. I mean, I think that's why we're all here, right? So we're going to talk beads today and we're going to have some fun. So I'm going to flip my camera down. Oh, and by the way, if you were the one that made that suggestion, please shout out that you were the one, because I'd like to thank you for giving me that idea for the show. So flipping down, guys, and you should see the llama who joins me at the beginning of most shows. And if you have been, sorry, let me get this guy situated just a little bit better there. So if you've been watching other designers and watching me, you may know something about a llama is coming. And that's as much as I'm going to tell you today. But a llama is coming, so pay attention. You won't want to miss that out, or you won't want to miss that when it comes up. And I love the llama. So I've got my first beads here today. So let's talk about beads. So I've pulled a number of beads. I could do a show about beads for hours at a time, but I'm going to consider this part one. If you guys like what I do today, we will do another part of this show. So maybe a part two, a part three. We'll see. We'll see if you like it. So I thought we'd start with talking about a bead shape and type that I like. Good morning, Anne. So this is a Czech fire polish bead in 8 millimeter. And I wanted to talk about this one because, first of all, it's 8 millimeter. 8 millimeter is an excellent size for a stretch bracelet or a regular bracelet. Great for necklaces, great for a nice bauble on an earring. We used some of these last week on a project and I absolutely love them. I thought that I would tell you a little bit about fire polish, and you may see it also referred to as fired polish. They are faceted glass beads and they are heated at extremely high temperatures. So it gives them this clean, glossy look on the surface. They're made in the Czech Republic and they are typically an oval shape. So you'll see they have kind of an oval shape, extremely faceted, gorgeous, and they have lots of extra sparkle. Fire polish beads come in all different sizes, colors, finishes, and 8 millimeter fire polish beads are one of my favorite because they take that small bead that you typically see in fire polish and just amplify it with the size. You guys like 8 millimeter? Oh my gosh, I just love these. They're gorgeous. So this is our entree to other fire polish beads. And I think this is probably one of my picks of the show. It's gorgeous and it comes in a 25-piece strand. So this is a great staple to have in your arsenal, an 8 millimeter fire polish. All right, so I've got some notes here off to my side, so I want to make sure that I don't miss any of my comments so that you can learn a little bit, maybe a little bit of something you didn't know about some of the beads I'm talking about today. So this strand is a rondelle shape, and rondelle is kind of a flat circular bead. So these are excellent for spacers, actually as a bracelet bead. So I love a bunch of rondelles in a bracelet. So maybe just by themselves like this, or with some spacers, or maybe some other shapes of beads. This is probably one of my most favorite shapes. I love them. Now, what I also love about these are Raven's Journey. So if you've shopped at artbeads.com for any length of time, you're probably familiar with Raven's Journey. It's an exclusive brand to artbeads.com, and Raven's Journey is in the Pacific Northwest, but all of the beads are Czech beads. So they're all from the Czech Republic. They are amazing colors, amazing quality. And so you can find tons of Raven's Journey beads if you just want to check that brand and shop by the brand. Good morning, Laura. And Denise says fire polish is beautiful. Agreed. And the Michelle is saying all Czech glass colors are mixed by hand. Yes. So you're going to see colors that you may not see otherwise. So this is a Czech glass 9x6 lilac and cobalt blue vibrant mix. This is divine. This color is absolutely spectacular, and it's got a little bit of a metallic finish on it, which I love. It's got a bronze finish, so you can mix this with just about any metallic, and it's going to have that bronze pop out. It's going to be excellent. Dee says, I love the Raven's Journey rondelles. I love them too. These are 9x6. And they can be other sizes. This is probably one of the bigger, chunkier sizes, but probably the most popular size that exists. And this is, a centuries old process to create these beads, and Raven's Journey actually does so much to promote these lovely beads. So we've had tours of their facility. You may have seen Becky visit them a couple of times, and they are premium Czech glass. So if you like these, they are perfect for a bracelet, a necklace, earrings, whatever you're making. They are gorgeous. So check these out. Good morning, Joan in Phoenix. And Santa Barbara girl, I agree with you. These are a gorgeous, gorgeous color. So check these out. They are in the show today. They're absolutely stunning. And I love this color for this time of year too. Actually, any time of year, that color works great. So let's talk about another fire polish bead that is also Czech. And this one is a 4mm fire polish. And this has a coating that looks sort of speckled and spotty. And that's what makes it really cool. So it's got kind of a raku look to it, if you like raku, but it also is a little bit sparkly. And I like these, this kind of a coating, this Picasso coating, because it looks earthy and rustic. So this time of year with fall designs, maybe you want to go a little bit earthy and rustic and bring this kind of a look into your design. So this lovely strand of beads is 4mm, and it's got full coat Picasso. So sometimes you see Picasso partially on a bead, but this is full coat. So you get that fun and interesting Picasso look. Every bead honestly looks a little bit different to me. But you've got a really nice long strand of Picasso beads here. Lois said, so pretty. And Santa Barbara girl says, goes with your top. Yes, I think so too. Maybe I'll have to make something with it later. So this is such a cool strand of beads. This is goldenrod Picasso, and it's stunning. So this is, another thing I wanted to say about Picasso. Or about fire polish is often they are described as rounds, but I find them to be a little bit more oval shaped. You tell me what you think. I think they're a little bit more oval. So that's often what you'll see them described as. And Denise says, I always wondered what Picasso really meant. Yeah, it's just this really interesting finish that's added to beads, and they are gorgeous. So that's a great one to pick up. Great for this time of year as you're starting to put together your fall designs. So let's see that. Let's see, let me skip to, I've got notes here, guys, for this show. So this is an absolutely stunning Czech bead in 3 millimeter. And these are a shape that are called English cut. So they have a little bit of like a seam around the center of them. And they're not a bicone, but they kind of have a bicone effect. They're just a little squattier. And these are absolutely stunning. They have a luster coating. And this particular one is Ruby Iris. Nancy, I agree with you. Definitely not round. And Michelle says these are fun to work with. I think these are underutilized, guys. So let's start using this cut. And this particular color is a beautiful accent to brighten up some of your darker designs that might be starting to come onto your work table this time of year. They are a rounded shape with large facets, and this has a glossy iridescent sheen that's kind of a gold silver. So you've got the ability to use these with gold and silver designs. So don't hesitate to use these with whatever metallic element you're using in your jewelry design. And that gold silver really enhances the appearance of these beads. They're just beautiful. Denise says gorgeous. Yes. Hi, Pauline from New Jersey. So they kind of look ethereal to me. So they just go with just about anything, and they have just this amazing kind of sparkle to them. So these are 3 millimeter Ruby Iris luster, and they're English cut, guys. Try English cut if you have not. They are super fun, very interesting cut. Now let's shift over to some crystals. Kim says kind of like simple cut gemstones. A little bit, they kind of do have a cut similar to some gemstones. So let's go now to crystals. Who doesn't love a crystal? Like, I have dreams about crystals. Like, look at this beauty. This is such a saturated, gorgeous green faceted crystal bead. So this is Prestige 5000, and it's an 8 millimeter faceted round bead, and this is called Majestic Green. So Majestic Green is going to be something you're going to want to incorporate into those holiday designs you have coming up. I know you're all getting ready for your craft fairs and the art fairs that are coming up. Look at that green. It's really not even, I'm really not even doing it as much justice as I could here. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Good morning, Denise. You're not late. You're just joining the party. And Kim says kind of like simple cut gemstones. Yes. Christmas green. Yes, 100%, but also really good for like those foresty type designs that you might be making. You need a green to come into the mix. The crystals, so Prestige crystal are crystallized glass. They're amazing quality, high quality. I would call this luxury glass. And it's got amazing precision cuts, and the sparkle is exceptional. So the refraction, when the light hits these, you could be sitting somewhere where the sun hits these and they're just going to sparkle and shine. Oh my gosh. And yes, Emerald City Green, 100%. Yes. So if you love a good trip to Oz, yeah, this is perfect. But these are such beautiful beads, and 8 millimeter again is just a good size for bracelets or necklaces or earrings, you name it. So Nancy says would work well with a leaf charm. 100%, Nancy. I agree with you. So keeping in the crystal vein, do you all like cubes? So let's see. Can you explain the difference in glass beads and crystal beads? Is the hardness the same? I love the sparkle. So from what I know, Susie, about crystal versus glass is it's just a different process of creating them. And often crystal will have, more defined facets, more maybe quality created facets. There's a lot of beautiful glass beads out there, but crystal is just, it's got a different way of refracting the light. It's just a different process to create them. There's a lot of beautiful reflective glass out there as well, but just very, very heated glass beads that have tons of facets. So, crystals, I think, are sometimes people's sort of luxury beads, and there's a lot of beautiful glass out there as well. I don't discriminate. I love it all. All right. Who doesn't love a good cube, right? So this is a Prestige 5601 6mm crystal cube, and it's got crystal AB. So an AB finish stands for Aurora Borealis. You may hear those used interchangeably. Aurora Borealis just means that it's got all the colors of the rainbow. And often with Aurora Borealis, it is maybe only coated on one side in some situations, but it is, that little guy almost got away from me, but it is so like a rainbow. And look at, this one, you can see the purple, the yellow, the blue. And when it's high quality crystal like Prestige makes, it is absolutely stunning. This kind of crystal bead is gorgeous with holiday designs as well, because you kind of bring in the stars and all of the brightness that maybe you wouldn't get from some of the darker colors. Kim says, cubes are fun, but I'm more attracted to rounded shaped crystals. Yeah, it's a preference. I love a good cube. And sometimes it's something to stretch your design bring in some cubes. Try them out. And one thing about creating with cubes, when you've got a bunch of cubes together, is you will need to give some space in between them to give it the right movement. Otherwise, you can't get these beads to curve around a wrist or around a necklace properly. So just remember, if you're working with cubes, you've got to space them out. And Denise says, I just love that. So that is a cube bead. And this one actually has a half coat of the metallic finish. I meant to say that as well. So you see a heavy coating on one side and then less of the coating on the other side. So that side has a real heavy coating. This side is more clear, but you still see that Aurora Borealis through it. So love, love, love those. And these are placed in an oven to give them that chemical reaction that adheres to the surface. So that's what you're seeing is, finish that's on there is adhered through heat. So, oh my gosh, you guys, these feel so decadent. Now, to the naked eye, they might look very similar to the ones that we just looked at, but this is what we call a helix shape. So it's almost like a twist, and it has a swirl effect with facets. They're so faceted, they're hard to show you. So look at, this is similar. It's got that AB finish on one side, and then the rest of it is just all of that beautiful Aurora Borealis. And I feel like these are so decadent in a design because they're just unusual. This shape is really, really lovely, but I don't see it used a whole lot. So I thought I would share it with you. I feel like it's kind of a special shape. It's very shiny. And it's also just got those facets that are kind of smooth versus multiple facets that don't maybe look as smooth. So they're just kind of a sweeping facet across them. I'm probably not doing them enough justice, but yeah, they are gorgeous. And these are 50/20 Prestige 6mm Helix Crystal AB. Gorgeous. Christine from Washington says, good morning. Cubes can really add to the texture of the design. I agree. And I think these can as well. So these are an unusual shape and they just create an interesting look with other beads. So maybe you don't want a whole bracelet or necklace or pair of earrings with these, but you want to add these in as an accent. Super fun, super cool beads. I love the shape. I haven't used them a whole lot, and I think I'm going to have to try and, test what they really can do for a design. All right, so you guys have probably seen these before. These have been around a long time. This shape is called Margarita, and that makes me thirsty. It's a little early here for a margarita, but it's actually not margarita like that. I'm grabbing a sip of coffee, guys. So these are what are considered actually a sew-on stone. So they're kind of a flower shape and they have a hole through the center. So if you think about it and you want to be able to see the shape of it, you may want to make sure that the bead is facing outwards or facing forwards. So if you put this on a head pin, you could bend the head pin out. But it's traditionally used as a sew-on. So maybe for an accent for a pretty costume or something like that. So they would sew them on so that that shape and that finish would show outwards. They look like flowers, but they also look a lot like sections of a Christmas tree. And I wish I would have picked up the green ones. These are often used in popular Christmas tree earring designs. So they would be stacked and added to them might be a little bicone bead up top, a cube at the bottom to make a little Christmas tree. I'm sure that project is somewhere out on artbeads.com so that you can replicate that. So it looks like Susie asked a question and Michelle answered. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle, for answering about the difference of glass and crystal and the hardness. Thank you, Michelle. So these are lovely. They're considered a sew-on stone. As I said, these are a floral shape, but again, they can be used in Christmas tree designs or just about anything. And I like them. They've got one side that's a complete coat of Aurora Borealis, AB, and then the other side is clear with that Aurora Borealis showing up. Denise says, I have not used these, but have always been intrigued by them. I love them because they're just interesting. That shape is so flower, but so anything else you can imagine. So look at that shine and the finish on them. They're so much fun. So try these out, guys, and maybe we can get the project showcased somehow as the holidays are coming up because there's so many fun Christmas trees because these come in green. These are actually crystal AB, but they also look great maybe as angels or something else. And oh, Kat says, I've made several tree earrings with the Margarita beads. And Santa Barbara Girl said, I made bunches of trees this year with these. Awesome. Dee says, I've made Christmas tree earrings with these before. They turn out so cute. Agree. And I'm starting to see people making those Christmas designs. So don't miss out on using those for your holiday designs. All right, so these are beautiful, and I'm going to need to open up my package here. So these are Preciosa, and they are bicones. So if you guys are familiar with, sorry for the package sound, guys, but I thought it might be fun to do some opening while we're at it. So these are bicones, which means shape-wise that it's like two cones back to back. So there's kind of a ridge around the center. They have some faceting, but they are two cones that come together like this. So they have kind of a ridge of the glass this way, and they're so fun. So this is a shape that is super beloved. So I see bicones used as spacers or as accent beads with bigger beads. They come in multiple sizes, but typically they are in this, they're like a 3 to 5 millimeter. These are 5s. So they're a little bit on the larger side, and they can be used on their own. You can dangle them from head pins and chain. They're so beautiful, so lovely. Because they are crystal, they have amazing shine to them. And let me put them in my hand so maybe you could see the color of these a little more. These are called black diamond, which I thought was very intriguing. I haven't worked with this color of these, and they do have kind of a black diamond effect. Oh, and thank you. These are fun. So these are just great for, I think, your fall, your winter designs. Oh my gosh, Anne, you threw me off there for showing up. I'm so glad you're here. Got a rock star in the house here. So this bicone shape is gorgeous. People love this shape and this color, fall, winter. I mean, heck, you can put them in any season, but I love this for an accent or just simply a strand of them around your wrist. They are really beautiful beads. I'm in love with them. There's 32 pieces per pack. So if you pick this up, you get a lot of beads to work with. So check those out. They are stunning. Then I've got another bicone to work with. So this one, and Susie says she loves the bicone. So does Denise. So this one is a little bit smaller. So this is a prestige bicone. And look at this blue. Oh my gosh, this blue is stunning. I mean, this is any season. You can dream up any design for these blue beads. Oh, Christine says very sophisticated color. Agree. The Prestige 4 millimeter bicones, this is called Capri Blue. Let's take a trip to Capri, shall we? So these are 12 facets. So Prestige will tell you that their bicones have 12 facets, and they do, and they are stunning. This blue, perfect for nautical, perfect for ocean, perfect for any time you need blue. I like this for Hanukkah as well. So if you're working on Hanukkah designs, this blue is perfect for Hanukkah designs. So this bead can be used as a spacer, can be used as dangles. Sarah Lovecraft and I did some earring designs from Bead Fest that had these. They were actually Julie Beans did design her earrings, and we made some beautiful earrings. These would be gorgeous for that kind of a design. So I love these. They are, again, Prestige 5328 4 millimeter bicone beads in Capri Blue. And if you're headed to Capri, you're going to need some earrings that go with your Capri trip. Oh my gosh, here's some favorites of mine. Oh, I think this is my favorite for the show. These are 2-hole daggers. They are Checkmate's glass. They're 16 by 5 millimeter pink crystal lustered 2-hole daggers. Okay. Now, I think for many years when I started making jewelry, I was afraid of a dagger bead, but I love this dagger bead for extra texture to a design. So maybe sometimes you've got a round bead that you want to use, but you want to add a little something extra that's interesting. Hello Dagger bead. These are absolutely spectacular. And just like in the last year or two, this 2-hole version of the Czech dagger has become popular. And I do have a design that I've done with these 2 holes, and I could not find it this morning as I was doing my final prep for the show. So maybe I can share out a design idea to the Serious Art Beaters Facebook page. And by the way, if you're not a member of that, go join up and join us there. Christine says, very sophisticated color. This is kind of a multicolor, beautiful strand of 2-hole daggers. Now, I thought I might cut this just to give you guys an idea of what those beads look like on their own. So just to give you some perspective, this is one dagger bead, and they are shaped like a dagger or a rounded spear shape. They have a side drill. So they're meant for the stringing material to go through this way. And so in this case, because it's 2-hole, you've got 2 holes up top here. And the dagger part of it will come down. So your stringing material is up here and you still have your dagger showing here. And Michelle says, I think we have a blend with vintage dagger. Oh my goodness. Gasp. And Santa Barbara Girl says, I would love to have a class with daggers. I have purple I've been sitting on. Maybe I'll have to come up with something for these. I've made quite a few bracelets with these that weren't like a seed beaded type project. I've done them with stringing wire. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. So there's those 2 holes. And these have been used like the traditional dagger was often used a lot in kumihimo designs as kind of a little bit of texture to a kumihimo. If you know kumihimo, it's like a braided rope. And these kind of looked cool sticking out from the rope. So we'll work on some ideas for these, Santa Barbara Girl. Thank you for that suggestion. These finishes on these 2-hole beads are divine, and it's almost not showing up well enough on the camera. Okay, now, this is maybe my second favorite. I'm not sure. It's hard for me to pick a favorite. Everything's my favorite. So these are Matubo 2-hole full Vitex Ginkgo leaf beads. Yes, please. I'm dying. Look at these. Pauline says, yes, interested in doing a show on daggers. Okay, so it's on my list, guys. I will plan one out because I've worked with them quite a bit. So these are ginkgos. The ginkgo shape is supposed to look like a ginkgo leaf, but they also kind of look like a fan. So if you're maybe not a ginkgo person, maybe you're a fan person. And these are 2-hole beads. So this is a solo, and you can see this finish. This Vitex finish is like AB on steroids. It's a full coat, and it can add like all different Aurora Borealis tones, and it looks different on the different beads. It is amazing. They are stunning, and the 2 holes, actually, no, this is not 2-hole. I apologize. This is a single hole, but it's a side drilled. This is a side. Oh no, it is 2-hole. That's right. It's this way. I had to remind myself. It's 2 holes. So there's a hole here and a hole here. So your stringing wire. Let me just find a head pin so I can show you. I've got a little head pin here. So you would put your stringing wire or whatever else you're using this way, and then there's a second hole on this side. So you could add wire to both sides. I've done that. And Santa Barbara Girl says a class on these would be great too. I've done some fun things with this shape too, so maybe I'll add that to my list as well. I love a good, interesting shaped bead. These 2 holes are fantastic with seed beads. They're fantastic on wire. You can do lots of things with these, and just look at these colors. They are so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So, guys, this is something you would not want to miss. And Ginkgos, I've only showcased one here, but I've shown them in other shows. If you go back and see my Halloween personal shopper show from last month, I have some great, like almost Halloween-ish Ginkgos in that show. And they are super, super cool. So let me see if I can get these back in the container here. They come in so many finishes, so many colors. These are just fun beads. So I'm gonna pop those back in the container a little bit later. What type of bead goes with that? You know what, let me show you. I'm going to hold that off to the side 1 second, Pauline, and let me show you what can go as an example. Let me grab a silver. I don't want to get ahead of myself with the seed beads, but let me show you this really quickly. So if I go through one hole, if I go through this hole here, I can then pop some seed beads next to it like this. And you can do all kinds of fun things to put next to them. You could use some bicones too, sitting this direction, so they would be sitting off to the side. That would look very cool. There's a ton of things you could do with these. Tons of beads will go with them. You could add other beads after you add your seed beads. So this could be a bead and then a different bead here. Super fun shape. If you've not played around with these guys, they're fun. And this particular one just caught my attention because that finish is unbelievable. All right, let's talk some other 2-hole beads. So this next one is a diamond shape. And I'm crazy about diamonds. That's my birthstone. And this is a gorgeous, cool, metallic shade. So I'm going to open these up. And these aren't going to look so great on my silver tone trays. So I'm going to put these on a white tray. And oh my gosh, look at the finish. These are a matte finish. They are Checkmate's Diamond 4x6mm metallic suede gold. And they're Czech. Look at these guys. So why are they called diamonds? Well, because they are shaped like a diamond. So see how they are diamond shaped. Oh, if I could just get them to come off my finger there. These are great with seed beaded designs, but you can also string these, which I've done. And Pauline says, okay, I see. And, oh my gosh, Zakaya's here. She says, oh, look at those beauties. Denise says, very interesting color. So these diamond shaped beads are really cool. You can use these in beaded bead designs. You can use them in seed bead projects, but I've strung these as spacers or just, creative elements of a stringing design as well. And I love these in metallic. They come in a cajillion colors and a ton of different finishes. This particular one is flat on both sides, but there's also some that are different the holes will be different on the bead, and they have like a faceted end. So if I do another one of these bead shows, if you guys want to talk about bead shapes and sizes again, I can share those because those are really interesting as well. And you use them a little bit differently than you might use these. And let's see, they are 2-hole. These are 4x6 millimeters, and these have a suede finish. So they're kind of matte versus shiny. So we saw in our Ginkgo beads, more of a shiny finish. These are a little bit more matte, but they're still very iridescent and have a really cool finish to them. Try these out, guys. These are really interesting and fun beads to work with. They come in a ton of finishes, a ton of colors, really interesting and cool beads. So try these out if you haven't. Checkmate's Diamond 4x6 Metallic Suede Gold. Super cool. I'm not going to put those back in the tube just yet. Okay, this guy is popular. So I've seen a ton of people this last past year working with SuperDuos. And I've got some in probably the most bold, bright, Santa Barbara Curl says, yes, please, to another show. We'll think about that. Susie says rhombus shape in geometry. Yes, I never really was good at geometry. Matte, important design element to allow eyes to rest a bit. Wow, I hadn't thought of that, Christine, but yes, that's true. So that's a great tip. These aren't going to let your eyes rest a bit. So sorry about that. But, look at these. These are about as bright pink as you can get. So, let me tell you about SuperDuos. So SuperDuos kind of have a little piggy nose effect to them. So they have 2 holes. Let me get up there. So there you can see the 2 holes. And it's going to be hard to show it, but there's actually dips in the glass that, so you've got a little raised area in the center of the 2 holes. So it does kind of look like a pig nose, but it's not flat. And it is very kind of poofy, almost like a little oval poof. But it does have those indentations, so you can see the slight shape coming into those 2 sections, and it's then raised in the center. Not quite a diamond. Oh, and yes, and D, yes, it is a little bit like an owl too. So think about the ways that these could be used. I've seen people making SuperDuo bracelets. I believe Andrea Bieber did one for one of her shows a while back. So you might be able to rustle up that video. It's probably maybe a month or so back. But these are fun to work with. You can put them with seed beads, and I'll show you. You've got, you can string them on like so. You can use seed beads with them. So I'm just grabbing a couple of seed beads here to show you. This is often how they're used. I've used them in beaded beads. So I did a beaded bead show back, I think it was Cinco de Mayo. So if you go back, you might be able to find how I used some SuperDuos for some beaded beads. And Michelle says, glad I'm not the only one who thinks it's an owl face. It could be an owl. It could be a pig nose, whatever you prefer, whatever you like better is what it should be. These are fantastic. These are Matubo SuperDuos. They are 2x5 millimeter. These are neon pink. And they're 2-hole seed beads. Now, often you will see some of these beads referred to as seed beads. Typically, they are used in seed bead type projects, but I have used them for stringing. And I think a lot of people have done that as well. So, oh my gosh, Santa Barbara girl, who knew? I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so I'm not going to pour these back into the container. I'm just going to pour them back in my bag. And let's see, use a neon green, neon blue, and you have a Lily Pulitzer vibe. Ooh, yes. I like that idea. And Santa Barbara Girl says Disco Barbie pink. I love Disco Barbie. I love Barbie and I love pink. Teresa in Illinois says, I use them in leather wraps. I love that idea. That's fantastic. All right. So this is also a duo bead, but these are mini duos. These are also made by Matubo. These are a similar color to the diamond duos that we looked at just a few minutes ago. And these are 2x4. So where the super duos are 2x5, these are 2x4. So they are a little bit smaller, and a little bit, smaller piggy nose or owl eyes. So there's one. Let me pull out one of those bigger ones. You can see the difference here. Sorry for all the plastic sounds today. So here's the difference in size. You got the MiniDuo up top and the SuperDuo here. So just a little bit of a difference, but they do look smaller, quite a bit smaller. So if you want to go for a little bit more of a smaller design, these are accents that you can use. The other thing I really like about this is the matte finish. And another thing about these beads is that there are tons of options. So you can grab a matte finish, you can grab an AB finish, you can grab, just about any kind of finish or any color. There's so many colors to choose from. So the mini duos I found have fewer choices, but there are still a ton of them available. Teresa says she uses them in wraps. And leather wrap bracelets. Yes, I can see these with leather, and this particular color would be cool. So again, you can get these, the same way. They're 2-hole. You can add a seed bead to the mix here. These are 11-0 seed beads, so you might want to go with a slightly smaller seed bead, up to you. But I love this particular colorway, this kind of gold color. These are Aztec gold, and that was appealing to me, maybe for fall designs. So that's the mini duo. Now let's shift to finish off the show to some seed beads. Now, seed beads, you would think there's not a lot to talk about with seed beads. What's different about one seed bead to another seed bead? Well, there's a lot. There's different sizes. There's different colors. There's different finishes. There's a cajillion different seed beads out there. These are Tohos. And these I picked out because these are perfect for your holiday design. So these are lustered cranberry, or I should say gold lustered cranberry 11-0s. And they are rounds. So something about seed beads is that they can be round, they can be cylindrical. These are rounds. It's hard for me to get a real good close-up here because they are so tiny, but you can see how round they are. They are lovely. And this gold lustered cranberry is so cool. And again, I'm not going to do them justice because they are so small, but they have such a cool finish on them. A luster finish is one of my favorites. It is just really beautiful and something that just adds a little extra shine to your design. So if you know me, you know I like to use seed beads in my designs. This color and this finish is so gorgeous. So the luster finish, if you want a little bit of interesting, sort of ethereal look, these are fantastic. So these are rounds, they're 11Os, and they're Toho. Bridget says, I love the color. Denise says, me too. Guys, it is a stunning color. Let me push that off to the side. And these, if you want to go with a little something more subtle, but you want to try a frosted seed bead. So I like the frosted look. This almost looks like recycled glass. Or sea glass. So if you like to do seed bead sea glass designs, but you don't have the sea glass, here you go. These are a gorgeous matte finish, transparent frosted light gray. They are 11Os. And they're transparent, so they're not opaque, meaning that the color is completely saturated. You can kind of see through these, and I probably won't be able to do them justice up close, but they are a pretty like elephant gray. And I think these are excellent for any time of year. Kind of a gray tone can go with just about any colorway. So this gray is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And let me see, did I make any other notes about this one? No, but this is really beautiful, guys. Try these out. They are stunning. You might want to use them in some fun elephant designs if you picked up elephant beads from a prior show. Now, these, I've got a couple more here, a few more, you guys. This is what's called a Toho treasure bead. And I would say these most certainly are treasures. So let me open these up for you. They are also 11Os, and these are opaque. So they don't have, that see-through look to them. So you can't really get a look through them. But these are, I think, a gorgeous bead for the holiday season. This is a true holiday red. I absolutely, sorry about that, guys. I absolutely love this red. Let me set that down. I just dropped the description on the floor. So this is pepper red. So it is absolutely, look at the stunning saturated color here. The treasure beads are a cylinder versus a round. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you the full look of that, but look at how they look like a little cylinder. They're gorgeous. These are really high quality. They have a higher price point, but it is worth every penny. Super consistent shape. And you can also get multiple thread passes through these. So if you are a seed beater and do a lot of seed beading with thread, you can get a lot of passes of your thread through. So if you do peyote or brick stitch, these are great for that. These are gorgeous. And oh, Michelle, thank you. They are only available in 11O. So look at that beautiful color. This is a perfect holiday color. I'm in love with this color. Now, you know, I like to use seed beads as spacers and do lots of fun things with them. So I'll be incorporating these into some holiday designs. Try these out. It's a nice investment. I poured out some into my dish and look how many are still left in this 2.5-inch tube. So guys, the Toho treasure is truly a treasure. Let me put those off to the side. I've got a couple more. Now, these are also what I would consider a little bit more of a higher price point. And they are what's called an Ico seed bead. And they come typically in this kind of a package. So there's the art bead sticker. This is a nice plastic little package that they come in. And I'm hoping maybe a white dish is best for these. Hoping I can give you a good look at these because this color is very nice for this time of year. Great with fall designs. So let me find my notes on the Ico. These are also cylindrical. So they are cylinder shaped. And Susie's saying, is Toho and Delica's brand names or styles? Toho and Miyuki are the brand name. Rounds, Treasure, Delica, and Icos are the style names. Thanks for that, Michelle. So these are cylindrical, and they are precision cut for a consistent shape. So these are also going to be great for your seed beading work that you do because they are all consistent. These actually have a perma finish on them as well. So perma finish is a protective coating. It's going to help prevent fading, scratching, tarnishing, that kind of thing. And this color is, it's called Silver Lined Nutmeg. So if that doesn't give you holiday vibes, I don't know what does. But this is great for fall, for winter, and it has just a really beautiful translucent color with silver lining. Gorgeous seed bead, absolutely lovely. I've used these and I'm in love. They are an absolutely spectacular addition to your beading arsenal. And I've got beads all over my table here, guys. All right, last one is this. These, I think, are just so incredibly gorgeous. These are also Toho size 11s. I'm going to open these up, and I think I need a white tray for these as well to really give you the best effect. These are some of my, this might be my, if I had a show pick, I think I picked one earlier. These are like my second show pick. So all together like this, these are Eastern, are these are round seed beads, jonquil emerald lined. So they are yellow on the outside with green on the inside. Oh, I'm not going to do them justice. Right there, you can kind of see that yellow halo around the green. These have a green lining with silver on the outside. I'm getting Wizard of Oz vibes for these. So if you love a good Wizard of Oz themed piece, you've got these for that piece, but also holiday. So the yellow just makes them a little more luminous, and they would look great for holiday designs. Look at the match with this red. Super cool. So these are just really gorgeous, and they're frosted as well. So the frosting gives them an interesting, almost matte appearance, but not. There's just so much about these, and these are just a gorgeous, gorgeous bead. This makes my heart sing. Definitely one of my picks for the show. Trying to get you some of that yellow effect here. They're great. So, I'm totally nerded out on the beads here. So I'm going to flip my camera around, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm just sensory overload with all of the bead shapes and the bead finishes and the colors. There's just so many. I tried to add to the show one of each of the other sizes and styles and shapes. If you don't use any of these beads, I hope that you'll give them a try. Really, you can do so many things with these fun 2-hole beads, with seed beads, and with the fire polish beads. There are so many options. Let me know, you guys, if you're interested in a part 2 of this bead show, because I love sharing all the differences in all these incredible, beautiful beads. And of course, artbeads.com has a ton of others. So we could talk all day about the different beads, but I can do another show and we'll focus on maybe, 15 or 20 like we did today. So Thank you guys. If you have an open cart, please don't forget to close out the cart before you leave the show or before you head off to do whatever it is you're going to do today. And I hope that you're all going to be doing some creating. Don't miss out on the other shows we have for you this week. We've got a lot of other fun things for you. The rest of the design team is working hard behind the scenes to get ready for their shows. And pop over to the Art Beaters Facebook page, Serious Art Beaters. Join us over there. You can see some fun things there. Lots of inspiration. And what else can I tell you? Don't forget to sign up for the Art Beads newsletter. You can go all the way down to the artbeads.com website, sign up down there, pop in your email address. You'll find out all about the great sales going on. And don't miss out on the flash sale that's happening today through tonight. So, gosh, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you, Santa Barbara Girl. And thank you, Michelle and Eric, for being here. I'll see you all next Monday for another episode of Designing with Deb. Hope you have a very creative and kind week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.